Okay, so in the last session we discussed about global commands. Before that we discussed about range commands and local commands. Okay, so here the global commands control why these commands are used to scroll the screen line above or up down, half screen above, up or down, full screen up or down. These are some global commands. After that we discussed about undo commands, small u and capital U. These two are undo commands. And next we discussed about a repeat command. Dot is the repeat command. This command will repeat the last executed command. Okay, so you can keep on pressing this dot command, it will execute the same. Okay, so the last executed command will be repeat using this dot command. Okay, fine. Next in this session we will discuss about some screen regeneration commands, move text command and copy text. Okay, rearranging the text in VI editor, how to rearrange text, like taking some copy of the lines or paragraphs, or moving lines or paragraph from one location to another location in a file. Okay, that we'll discuss. So here screen regeneration. So screen regeneration is nothing but, suppose sometimes when you are working with your file, you will get some messages. Suppose in your network, some other person may send messages. So that will be displayed on the screen. Okay. So it may not be your file content. Okay. But that will be displayed onto the screen. Okay. So your file is unreadable. Your file is something like cluttered. Okay. Or mesh. Okay. Or it is unreadable. Then in that case, if you want to refresh the file content, if you want to refresh, okay, it is like a refreshing. So just it regenerates the file content. Okay, so to regenerate the file content, or there are some cases like, suppose to the same server you are creating some another instance, then it will display some message like another user logged in, like some kind of messages on the screen. Okay, so it looks like your file content only, but it's not your content, but it will be displayed on the content, so it will be some mesh. Then to regenerate the file, okay, there are some commands. So those commands are z and press small z and press enter key, return key. Okay, so this small z and return key, 1 minute. Okay, so this z and return key, small z. Okay, so this regenerates screen and position current line at top. Okay, so it just refresh the screen, and wherever the cursor is placed, that line will be at the top of the screen. Just it moves to the top. That's it. Okay, so next one is only z dot, z dot, without any gap. Just we need to press initially z and dot. Okay, so this regenerate the screen and position the current line at the middle of the screen. Regenerates screen and position cursor or current line in the middle of the screen. Okay, So this is another command. Next one is z minus small z. Here also small z minus. This regenerates and position the current line at the bottom. Okay, bottom of the screen. So regenerate, like it's like a refresh and position the current line at the bottom of the screen. Another one is control Z, control L, capital L. So this will regenerate, and wherever the cursor is positioned, the line will be placed at the same position. Just only regenerates. There is no change in the screen position. Okay. So the screen will be as it is. So the cursor will not move from the place where it is placed. Okay. So it regenerates screen without moving cursor. Okay. So these are the commands to regenerate the screen. Okay. So regeneration is nothing but, suppose when some message is there, okay, some other messages are displayed on the screen, or some messages, some kind of messages from other users, or some kind of messages generated by the system, like so and so user is logged into the same server or using the same user ID, there is a conflict in the ID, like this. Okay, so all these messages or match the screen, so it is unreadable, your content will be unreadable. In that case, you can just regenerate the file content or screen, okay, by using these commands. So Z return key, it regenerates the screen and position the current line wherever the cursor is positioned at the time of regenerating. That line will be placed at the top of the screen. Okay, means whatever the previous lines are there, these lines will be scrolled up and your current line will be placed on the top of the screen. Just Z dot, it regenerates and current line will be in the middle of the screen. We'll see. We'll get into our directory CSR. We have one big file, computer.txt. Okay, we're opening this file. Now see here, I am placing cursor here. Okay, but now the screen is readable, no problem. But whenever there is some match, then you can use these commands. Okay, whenever you find some screen characters or junk characters, or it is unreadable, then you can use these commands to regenerate the screen, and I mean, like, it's a kind of refreshing the screen. Okay, fine. Now the cursor is located at this particular line. Okay, if you want to check the line number, see here, it is line number 17, bottom it is displaying here. Okay, you will see these commands. See, bottom it is displaying, this is line number 17. So this is the beginning of the file. Okay, so this is first line and this is the 17th line. Okay, now cursor is placed here. Okay, we need not to bother about the line number. See, cursor is placed here. I am going to regenerate the screen by using the command Z and return key, means enter key on the keyboard. Okay, first you press the Z, that is small z, and immediately press enter key. Okay, so it regenerates the screen, I mean file, and this line will be the top line, means all these lines will be scrolled up, and this will be the first line, means top line in the screen, not in the file, it will be in the screen. See here, now the cursor is placed here. I am pressing Z and enter key. The screen is regenerated and this is the top line in the screen. See, previous lines are scrolled up. It is there, but these are scrolled up. Just it refreshes the screen and your current line, okay, this current line will be the top. Okay, again I am doing the same thing. See here, see the difference. Now I am placing cursor here. I am pressing Z and enter key. So it just refresh the screen, okay, your screen, and the current line will be the top. Okay, it will be the top line in the screen. Okay, means all these previous lines will be scrolled up. Okay, it is like moving the screen. Okay, now see Z and enter key. So it just refresh the screen and this will be the first line in the screen. So this is the top line. Fine. Next one, Z dot. Okay. See here, I am placing cursor here at contents. Okay. Now Z dot. Okay, dot symbol. So this regenerate the screen and position current line at middle of the screen. At middle of the screen. So it just moves the screen down. But here in this case, there are no previous lines, right? If I place cursor here, there are no previous lines. Okay, if you want to place this in the middle of the screen, there should be, before this particular line, there should be at least minimum 12 lines. Okay, but there are no 12 lines. Okay, if you execute this command, you won't see much difference. Okay, I am executing this command and see that effect Z dot. There is no difference, right? So to see the difference, see move cursor. Now there are many lines. Okay, not only 12 lines, many lines before this line. Okay, now it is placed at the bottom, right? Now it is placed at the bottom line. Okay, screen bottom line. Now if you execute this command Z dot, it regenerate the screen and place this particular line in the middle of the screen, like somewhere here. Okay, somewhere here on the screen. Z dot. See, it is placed in the middle of the screen. Okay. Again, I am showing this. See, this is the bottom line. Okay. This is the bottom line. Now, here if I execute this command, this line, okay, this line will be placed somewhere here, middle of the screen. Okay. Z dot. Yes, it is placed in the middle of the screen. Okay. Next one is Z minus. Regenerate screen and place the current line or cursor position line at the bottom of the screen. Okay. Now see here, he also introduced the notation. So this is our current line. Okay. Here if I execute this Z minus command, it regenerates the screen and place this current line at the bottom of the screen. Okay. Z minus. See here, this line is placed at the bottom. Okay. So generally use these commands when your screen is unreadable or some other messages or mush with your screen. Okay. Your screen is something like cluttered. Then you can use these commands. Okay. Any of these commands. So Z enter key, Z dot, Z minus, and the last one is Control L, capital L. Okay. See here the cursor is placed here. Okay, bottom of the screen. I am pressing Control capital L. Here just it refreshes the screen, it regenerates the screen, but the cursor will be at the same position. Okay, see the effect, Control L, just no effect. Okay, just refreshes. Whenever there are some lines, 1 minute. Okay, whenever there are some lines meshes on the screen, so that will be just regenerates. Okay, and the cursor is at the same position. Cursor is at the same position. Okay, 1 minute. So these are screen regeneration commands. Okay. I guess net is disconnected. Let me reconnect.